Have you ever wondered how it is that some people seem to have enough time to do everything that they want to, whereas others are always rushing from task to task and never seem to finish anything? One possible explanation can be found in their skill set. It is called the time management. Time management is the ability to plan and control how someone spends the hours in a day to effectively accomplish their goals. It is important to establish clear goals and priorities in order to set aside non-essential tasks that can eat up time and to monitor where the time actually goes. Stephen R. Covey, the author of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People and First Things First, popularized the Eisenhower's time management matrix in his book. He states that managing time itself is no longer the aim, but managing where to focus at any particular time is important. Time management matrix is an important tool that helps you prioritize your tasks based upon the urgency and importance. Our daily activities can be classified by its urgency and by its importance. This creates the matrix with 4 quadrants as shown. 1. Important and urgent. 2. Important but not urgent. 3. Not important but urgent. 4. Not important and not urgent. Let's look at each quadrant in detail with examples. Quadrant 1, Urgent and Important, the Quadrant of Necessity. This should only contain those activities and responsibilities that requires your immediate attention and reserved for emergencies and extremely important deadlines. However, spending too much time in this quadrant will lead to stress and burnout. The only way to reduce the time you spend in this quadrant is to be proactive and to spend more time on the important things before they become emergencies. Example, finishing a client project is urgent and important. If planned well and executed, it will be a Quadrant 2 activity where it is important but not urgent. However, when not planned well, it will lead to last-minute rush, which now makes it an exigency. A root canal treatment is the best example of a Quadrant 2 activity moving to Quadrant 1. Quadrant 2, Important but not urgent, the Quadrant of Planning. This is where you should spend most of your time. This quadrant is all about planning, prevention, capability improvement, relationship building, recognizing new opportunities, etc. Stephen Covey points out that this quadrant should be used for long-term strategizing. Example, project planning, learning new things, recreational plans and improving health and wellness. Quadrant 3, Urgent but not important, the Quadrant of Deception. These are urgent items that pop up and demand immediate attention. But because they're not important, they don't necessarily require your time, and they can be assigned to someone else. This is called as the Quadrant of Deception, as an individual seems to be busy always because someone else's urgent task becomes urgent for the individual. But it comes down to lack of assertiveness, and the individual is not able to say no. So, when there is a conflict of priorities on tasks to be done, there are 4 options that can be considered. Do the task. Delegate the task. Delay the task, or delete the task. Example, accepting invites for non-important meetings, getting into unwanted calls. Quadrant 4, neither urgent nor important, the Quadrant of Elimination. The 4th and last quadrant contains all those activities that are neither important nor urgent, but takes up your time falls under this quadrant. Calls, social media, video games, unwanted mails, unplanned outings are all examples. So, does it mean that these activities are time wasters and should not be done? No, it just means that these activities should be a part of your planned schedule. These activities are important to relax, release stress and maintain relationship. However, you should plan for a specific time during the day or week when you will take up these activities and never as an unplanned activity. Example, often checking mails without any notification, mindless scrolling of social media and coffee breaks with friends in the middle of an important scheduled work. Finally, the secret of being productive is to decide what is important and what is urgent. Use to-do lists and prioritize your work. The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. As Covey says, first things first. Once you learn how to approach your tasks, you will get big things done. So, which quadrant do you want to be in? Will you start by scheduling your priorities? Thank you.